Coming to you live from Nostalgic Books and Comics in San Gabriel, California. This is Dre's Geek Philosophy. We are live on Facebook. We are apparently not live on Twitch. Twitch went down right now. Fuck you, Twitch.
Fuck Twitch.
Fuck Twitch. God damn it. We're here. It's Monday. It's Monday again. It's always Monday. Monday. A couple minutes late, but it's alright. It is what it is. Normally, we'd have Pete Molini over here on my right, your left, but this time around, Pete Molini, he is busy over there. There's a whole lot of stuff going on for the East Los Angeles Comic Book Art and Pop Culture Expo. So instead, we have my best friend, my main man, the people's champion, John Polidor. What is up, friend?
It is good to be back on the show, my brother.
All right.
It always is.
Ben, thank you so much. God damn this stupid. You know what? I give up on that.
Y'all motherfuckers catch the audio version.
Nah, we'll post it some other way somehow onto Twitch or onto the YouTube page. I'll do it another way. What's up? So last night, I am happy that Game of Thrones did what they did last night because it literally made my job very easy today. Because as soon as the episode was over last night, I'm like, wow, I know what I'm talking about tomorrow. Warning, spoiler alert, if you're one of the 10 people who have not watched the second to last episode, the penultimate episode of Game of Thrones last
The fuck
night.
is wrong with you?
Yeah, then you're obviously not a fan because every crazy person I know was watching that episode last night, and that is because of last night's episode. That is why I want to talk about today. It's going to be spoiler. This is a spoilers. I'm going to put massive spoiler warnings when we post this on Facebook and on all the other Facebook groups, and when I post this on iTunes and Spotify and all those other wonderful things. Yeah, we're on Spotify now. FYI, everyone. We're on that. If you like to listen to me and not look at my face, we're on Spotify as well as Stitcher and SoundCloud. That's the other one.
And
My
why
brain
would you
doesn't
not
work.
want to look at that face? Look at that goatee.
I know.
Can't do that shit. That's not gonna happen.
I know. I am truly blessed. I am like Wooly Willy. All the hair went from the top of my head to my chinny chin chin. But last night, as the episode ended, I was like, man, but myself and my lovely fiance Rosa, she is Quentin Tarantino in it. I don't know if I explained this to you when we were at her birthday party, but let me explain to our guests here. Rosa had, up until prior to the first episode of the season, she had literally only watched maybe half an episode of Game of Thrones. So what she did, we were subscribed to HBO Now, whatever the mobile one where you can just watch it without having to have cable or satellite or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And what she has been doing is she started going through and watching an entire season. And then watching an episode. Well, it's been kind of like she watched all season 1, and then I think she watched the first episode of episode 8. She said, "Fuck it," because I was like, I was gonna be a good man and wait. I'm like, I'll watch it when you're not watching. I'll wait for you to go to bed, or I'll do something where like, okay, you were gonna go watch it on your time, and I will try to watch this when you're not looking.
Yeah.
But she said, "Fuck it." She's gonna Quentin Tarantino that shit. So she watched episode 1 of season 8 with literally no knowledge of Game of Thrones.
So she don't know what the fuck is going on.
She kind of didn't. But what's weird is that everyone's been like slagging the fucking writing. Everyone's been giving shit to the writers. Like, the writers have been rushing through it. These writers have gone to shit. It's the same writers who gave you the same shit for the last fucking previous 7 seasons.
Mm-hmm,
I think there's a lot of people who are just like, all of a sudden, the story's not going the way they want it to go. And then they're all getting mad now. Poor pacing, poor writing. It's so rushed. I'm like, nah, this is same people. They're giving us a movie every Sunday, basically.
Yeah.
From like episode 3 on, it's been an hour and 20 minutes. Like they're pushing that every single episode. It's been basically a movie instead of a TV episode. So she's been going back and forth. But what I'm saying is that the writing, there is this beautiful symmetry of all this shit that like there's all these different payoffs that go all the way back from the beginning and are paying off in this season. And when it's results for my lovely lady Rosa, it's like she's getting these awesome moments, even though it's like spoilers, but it's like, oh shit, everything fucking pays itself off.
Yes.
Back and forth. Like we finished, we finished season 1, and then we jumped to episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
She watches episode 2, and like, oh fuck, she gets to see like this dichotomy between all the relationships.
Yeah.
You see badass Arya, but then you see young Arya she's learning from the Man of Bravos how to fight. And all that's cool.
Dance like water, baby girl.
Dance like water. What do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Not today. And she saw that shit in the previous one, and then like when episode 3, Melisandre sends her off.
Yes.
There's all these payoffs which are making sense. It's like, oh, this is fucking amazing. And me being able to rewatch everything, because like, the last time I'd seen all this shit was years ago. Because I did a marathon of 3 seasons prior to the season 4 premiere, because I was not on board to the whole Game of Thrones things and Game of Thrones until season 4. Personally, I marathoned through the first 3 seasons, but now that I've gone back to rewatch them, I haven't caught every episode. Rosa's been watching them when she's literally watching like 2 a night.
Yeah.
Some nights I'm here doing the podcast or doing the Multiverse Comic Show, so I'm not there when she's plowing through episodes. But I keep catching cool episodes, so of course, like I was very happy to be home.
For the Red Wedding?
Oh yes. I was so happy. You can't understand the glee. I'm like, what episode are you on? Oh, I'm on episode 9. Cool.
You're not even
Nothing important happens in this episode.
You're not
Go
watching
ahead. Put it on. I'm not watching with bated breath to see what happens.
You're not watching the show. You're watching her.
Kind of. Like I had a weather eye on her, but I was just like, oh wow, I get to. And you know what's fucked up? It's like there's shit that like with knowing all the stuff that goes on, you go back and rewatch those episodes, you see fucking Royce Bolton just chilling there the whole fucking time. Like I saw him in season 2. Like I reacted, but Rosa didn't know what I was reacting to. Mm-hmm. I saw that motherfucker. I was like, that motherfucker, he's been there the whole motherfucking time. I was so mad internally, but I didn't want to say shit because I'm trying not to spoil it for Rosa. I mean, she's already seen season 8, but there's a lot of cool shit that is not referenced to. Like last night, we were watching, she sees the mountain. She's like, what the fuck happened to the mountain? I'm like, spoilers. I'm like, spoilers? I can't tell you. I eventually got to, oh yeah, he's kind of a zombie, but I'm not going to tell you how we get there because I don't want to rob you of a couple of amazing moments that lead up to like, why is he a zombie? Hashtag Man Crush Monday.
And he almost did it again. I was like, no, you leave his fucking eyes alone. Oh my god.
He picks up the hound and he's like boring his thumbs right through. Oh my god, he's gonna freaking bore his eyes out. I was like, no! I was like, not again.
Hashtag not again.
Not again. We can't do this. Not again. No. Not again. We can't go.
And he just starts stabbing the fuck out of him.
Oh,
everywhere.
Honestly, I think that was the only everyone was very positive about Clegane Bowl because did they have a fight? I think they might have had like a kerfuffle at some point.
Well, because remember, the only other time that the two of them meet, obviously when they show the Walker or the White to Cersei, is when they're jousting in the first season, and the Mountain wasn't a zombie and he like
they're on their they're on their second actor because I think like the Mountain has been played by 4 different actors. Obviously, most famously by the Jurgen Slurgensen.
Yeah.
the dude who's been the Mountain the last like 4 seasons.
Big McFucking dude is who he's been.
Big freaking the freaking strong man.
Yeah. Have you seen his wife? Who's like literally, they're like, when they say opposites attract, they mean that shit. She's like 3 apples high, is built like Smurfette, and
he's like a man, literally a man. God damn it, he's a man mountain. He plays the mountain, but
I mean, I know the vagina can stretch, but dude, like, how the fuck she manages that shit?
I don't know.
Physics,
yeah. But yeah, Clegane Bowl was everything was agreed upon. So everyone seemed to approve of that, but a lot of people seem to be surprised that our lovely little Dany, Khaleesi, Daenerys Starborn, Breaker of Chains, blah blah blah, honorific after honorific after honorific. Oh, everyone feels like this was sudden. This was not sudden. Her being a person who wants to set everything on fire, again, because I've been able to rewatch now, season 2, her and her handful of Dothraki handmaidens are standing in front of the fucking city, and she has her fucking baby dragons, telling those the 13 or whatever, or the 11 or all those freaking fancy pants, posh motherfuckers.
That's right.
She's I will burn if you don't let me in. I will burn your city to the ground. She's always been a crazy Targaryen. It's just that she was always shitty to bad people.
Yes.
And that's why, we assume she's heroic because, she's being shitty to the bad people. She sets fire to all the bad people because she keeps running into all of them. During our pre-show little talk, you were saying she watched her brother die.
That bitch watched her brother die. And it's fine. Okay, here's the thing. When whatever the fuck her brother's name is, we will call him Horse Dude.
Yeah.
And I say that because
with a V. His name starts with a V. All I remember is seeing him in season 1 and like anxiously awaiting for him to get his golden crown.
That guy had 2 good scenes, and the first scene that everybody remembers is when he became crowned King Nothing.
And, King of Nothing.
The second scene that most people probably forget is when he said, "Look, bitch, I don't care what I have to do. I will have this whole army fuck you and their horses if it means I get to be king." And she was like, "Yeah, man, I guess that's some cool shit. No problem. No problem." So when he got crowned, nobody really batted an eye because, as Lord Cervantes said, that he was a bad dude. It's like you don't just gift your sister to 40 dudes and their horses and then expect to get away with that and expect sympathy. You don't. When she went and she freed the slaves, as I was calling her Harriet Tubman back in those days, she went and set the master. What'd she do? She kept account of every slave that had been used as a mile marker because apparently just a stick like we civilized people do isn't good enough.
Yeah, people forget about that. She freaking She decorated the city with all the bodies.
Yep.
This is not some benevolent person. No, she's always been vicious and sadistic. In last night's episode, right before she sets fire to our boy, Varys? Varys, yeah. Right before I'm terrible with the names on this show half the time. Varys, she, with fucking no compunction, no regret, she's like, Dracarys. And you see Rhaegar come in. Whoa.
Yeah, and that was bullshit because it was like...
Total bullshit!
The thing that bothered me about that scene was exactly that. It was the lack of empathy. Like when Ned Stark beheaded that dude in the very first episode for abandoning his brothers or his fellow man or whatever. Right. Ned was like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this because I'm the king. I have to set an example, and it's fucked up. But sorry, my dude, you got to go.
Yeah, there was no pleasure in it for him. There was no like revenge or nothing. Like this. That's why Ned was a good dude.
That's why he had to die.
Yeah, and that's it. I feel like everyone forgets also that trait of this show.
That bitch crazy.
This isn't about good or evil. Good people, honorable people keep dying left and right. Varys died trying to do the honorable thing. And he got set aflame by the bitch he was working for. But I guess obviously he was undermining because he realized, oh, she's going to fuck everything up. And lo and behold... ablaze went King's Landing.
And if you'll recall, or to piggyback off of your statement of honorable people getting the short end of the stick, remember when Bronn had first decided to fight for Tyrion over the moon roof?
Yep.
What did he say after dude took a swan dive out of there? She was like, "Oh my God, you fought honorable, or you fought with dishonor." Yeah, but he didn't.
Exactly.
It does not pay to be a good person in this world. The only person who has lived a half-decent life by being a complete bastard in the Game of Thrones has been Joffrey, Ramsay Bolton, and Littlefinger.
Yeah, they all lived comfortably. Of course, they all had horrible deaths that they earned.
God, it was so good.
But yeah. If you are good, it doesn't work out well for you in this world, and I feel like people are forgetting this because I know going in after a few seasons, this was not going to have a happy ending. Especially this season, everyone's like, I think like a lot of people really mad about this season because like, oh, everything feels so shitty. I'm like, yeah, this is going to end so fucking shitty.
Oh my God. This is going to be like Empire Strikes Back, dude. Like, it's going to end on a down note.
Yeah, there's like, this is not going to go well for anyone or anything. And I feel like a lot of people have lost sight of that. I think the reason everyone loved this show is because it was so freaking...
it was good versus evil. Or it seemed like it was
It seemed like, but it never was good versus evil. The best example of that was last night in the episode, when you see... Poor Jon Snow, or Aegon Targaryen, whatever the fuck you want to call him now.
The guy who don't know anything.
He knows nothing, Jon Snow. Yeah. He's standing there watching it, like, after the surrender has been given, and you see Grey Worm's like, fuck this shit. I came here for blood. Y'all motherfuckers killed my lady. And he was just freaking rampage. Combo.
He turned into super spear chucker, just fucked dude up, pulled his staff, and then turned into Okoye, and just like it was.
He was laying them down, and like you see, poor John's watching all this, and he sees one of his own dudes. Like, so you think these are the heroes of King's Landing? You think these are the heroes of King's Landing coming to save? You see one of his Stark dudes, Northmen, trying to rape a King's Landing woman. He has to go kill one of his own guys.
Yeah,
this is not good and evil. This is like my thing. Only power. The most famous quote of Game of Thrones: "You win or you die." There is no like, okay, y'all surrendered. Like, you can see, like, Dany was not, because of course Dany, her murderous ravages from previous seasons were tempered because she had a Jorah Mormont.
Yeah.
She had a Miss Landry. She used to listen to Tyrion.
Yeah.
She had all these people that she trusted and listened to, but they're all gone. They're all dead, or she can't trust them anymore.
If you think about it, Varys said something like that at the start of the season. When her and Jon Rahl were happy, and he said that something along the lines of them ignoring the elder or the elderly because it gives them the illusion of hope or something. And of course, that was back before she knew who Jon Snow really was, and she was pretty much still the person who everybody rightfully assumed was going to be, sitting on the Iron Throne.
Yeah, everyone thought that.
And then Jon got some news.
Yeah.
It was like,
I'm sorry, what? I'm banging my auntie?
yeah. I mean, I still love you. Like, the pussy's good. She put that Dothraki on him, and it was...
Yo. But, yeah, it's funny. Like, she still obviously wants him that way, but you saw him last night. You saw they go in for the kiss, and she wants the kiss, and he's like, nah, us Northerners, we don't engage in,
Incest?
Where historically, I guess Targaryens, they have no problem with it. They had no problem with incest.
Team Lannister. It's all about fucking your sister. I don't condone that shit.
And I feel that's another thing. Well, not to sidebar. We're going to be all over the place on this, but because you just reminded me, Cersei's end. So during the whole time when Dany decides, fuck this place, fucking Melisandre said, Dracarys, all right, we're going to burn this entire motherfucker down. And she starts burning it all down. And I as I was watching that, I turned to Rose and I'm like, oh. And so I was thinking, oh, Cersei won. Because this is what Cersei kind of wanted. She wanted to show everyone that she's just a psychopath and she's going to kill everyone. So I'm like, okay, like in my mind, Cersei's winning. But, and then you saw Cersei break down and be like, oh shit, I'm not going to be queen anymore. I'm going to die. I thought this was all part of her mad plan. Like, I think, she's pure evil. She doesn't care. Like, She is, without spoiling this for Rosa, like, she has sacrificed mass amounts of people before.
Yeah.
With not an emotion. With nothing to bother. She has killed many.
She sips wine like Kermit sips tea.
She has done horrible things. She has watched innocents die before.
Oh, yeah.
But to see her start breaking down it was more like she didn't feel bad about what she did. She just realized,
I'm going to die.
I have used up every resource I had, and I'm going to die. And I'm still a little heated that the Hound didn't hit her or something, but the Hound was so focused on fighting his brother, he just let.
Well, the Hound didn't. The Hound had no reason to, because his business was with his brother.
It just was there. So she happened to walk by, and of course she runs into her brother. Her brother, dumbass Jaime. Just I guess
the dumbest Lannister.
Yeah, he was the dumbest Lannister. Just, and he goes back to her, and then he goes to the escape route that Tyrion said. Then there was no escape because the whole fucking Red Keep is coming down. And I think everyone was really mad. I kind of agree on that point. I was a rather unsatisfying death.
I felt robbed because yes, she died, but she was not killed.
No one got to take their revenge. Not freaking Arya, not freaking. I honestly, I had in the back of my mind, Jaime's going to take her down just because it's going to be the right thing. It'll be the right thing to take her down. Like him and freaking him and Brienne.
Yeah.
Like they had their, I was like, he could have happiness, but of course, again, people think that these guys have ignored George R. R. Martin. Oh no, I think they're following the George R. R. Martin playbook. No one gets to be happy.
It was, if Jaime Lannister were a Dragon Ball character, up until last week, he was Vegeta. He was a dick at the start, and then for some strange, unknown reason, he became this really cool dude, and then he got a family, sort of, and was decided to fight for the right reasons, fight with the right people for the right reasons, and then he fucked Brienne and decided to be like, nah, son, I'm still, he was Vegeta. He was Majin Vegeta when he left. That's it. Shit, just now hit me, because I was going to be like... hey, you went from Vegeta to Frieza. I was like, no, he's been Vegeta the whole time. He just never stopped being Majin Vegeta, and he died Majin Vegeta.
He died Majin Vegeta. Let me get to some of these comments here, because it looks like we're getting some good comments up here. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Let me refresh this one here. Okay, we'll do. So Ryan Tanaka asked, do you think anyone have the balls to betray her after this, though? Oh, it's going to be a Stark. Either... It's going to be John, or it's going to be freaking Arya. Someone's going to kill Dany.
Well,
my speculation, someone's going to have to kill her, and there's just going to be, no king after this.
Well, here's the thing.
That's the best, non-ending we can get out of this at this point.
According to Daenerys herself, she's already been betrayed by Jon when he went and told Sansa, who betrayed Daenerys by going to tell Tyrion, who betrayed Daenerys by going to tell Varys. But it's all on... Jon, because he's the original betrayer, but because they all stayed on her side, and Varys is like, "Hey man, my loyalty is to the Seven Kingdoms, not the whoever sits on the Iron Throne."
Yeah, that's going back to season 1. That's what freaking Varys told freaking Ned Stark when he was in the fucking tombs, waiting for his fucking beheading. So
he's been about that.
We had this in-depth comment from Mr. Ed Kretz here. Targaryens ruled for centuries, yeah. Let me see here. I'm trying to read this entire comment. He put some stuff, restore order by fire and blood. That's what Rosa's comment. That's like Rosa. What her interpretation of Dany deciding to set fire to everything is like, okay, this city was a symbol of everyone that killed her family. So that probably was even more motivation. Fuck this place.
Yeah.
No one there loves her. Like she said so herself. Everyone loves Jon. Nobody loves her. Fuck it all. Well, she would never be able to rule them. But the way she wanted to be ruled, she wanted to be beloved. I guess it was easy for her to be beloved in the other fucking continent.
Yeah,
because
she freed slaves.
But honestly, it feels like maybe she freed them, but they're just following her because she's the new ruler.
Yeah,
because she didn't free them out of benevolence; she freed them with her power. Yeah, and she's the most powerful person. So all right, fuck yeah.
They were sheep. They'll go to where
because some people were saying, oh, but those slaves betrayed their masters. I'm like, yeah, in the other city, at the end of season 3, the one city rose up against their masters. Yeah, they saw the real power was outside, and they want to go follow the real power. But she has ruled through power. She's had these dragons, and even though she, going into this episode, oh man, I was sitting there really thinking, I'm like, oh, she only has one dragon. I don't know how she's gonna do this. And in 10 fucking minutes, 10 minutes, wiped out the fucking Iron Fleet.
She put on that Uchiha plot armor, that Son Goku plot armor, and was like, or what did it? I read it was on IO9 where they said she grabbed the invincibility star from Super Mario Bros.
Oh, dude, it was so intense.
It was, and for a moment, I got taken out of the show because I was like, wait a minute. So 7 days ago, they're minding their own business, and bam, Rhaegon goes down, takes a couple fucking trees to the chest. He's done. Okay, fine, no problem. Daenerys, because critical thinking is not her fucking strong point, decides in a rage that I'm going to fly directly at the people who are shooting at me, and she pulls up at the last second, just dodging a fucking bolt that Euron had specifically probably had Drogon's name on that shit. So we cut to last night, and clearly doing, what did they say about insanity? It's doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
Oh no, but you approach from the angle of the sun. No, I was also I had that same concern. She came in freaking real high, and zoomed right down. They were aiming up. She got underneath there. They're like, no, lower, and she's and she was too low. All the fucking castle ones were aimed up. They're coming down. She goes up, and they're trying to react. And she's like, la, 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 just freaking blah, blah. Because that was a big point of contention to me. Like, unawares, they took out a dragon because, they were casually flying. Yeah. They're like, we're heading back to Dragonstone. Everything's going to be, what the fuck? But this time around, you have an angry, psychotic Queen of Dragons, Mad Queen coming in, and Yeah, like when Homeboy, the Grand Maester Creepy Pants, rolled up to Cersei, like, all the scorpions are gone.
Yeah.
I was like, really? There isn't one on the top of the. Like, honestly, I was like, there isn't a secret one on top of the red fucking keep.
That's what I thought. I was like,
I kept
there's
waiting.
There's gotta be one left, right?
There's gotta be one hidden inside the red keep, just in case. You can't. I'm like, just in case this motherfucker burns everything down and happens to get close to the red keep, we get her off guard. I was surprised there wasn't one there with the freaking mountain sitting on it like a giant cock, getting around like. Mikhail, funk.
Braun's gonna sit on the Iron Throne.
It's not the happy ending we need.
It's the happy ending we deserve.
Oh, he was saved by Robb. So why is he so loyal to Cersei? I don't know. Yeah, I think let's see right there. I'm so upset that Dany might die. Oh, Dany's gonna die.
I can't wait for her to die.
She is gonna die.
I hope she dies
funny
gloriously.
I was like, because you have been dogging her for a very long time.
Because she ain't shit.
You have been anti-Dany long before anyone else I knew. You have been against her, and that's why I was so glad I was able to get you to come on tonight for this episode, because I have to say, I have to give you props. You were right. It's very rare that anyone gets to say that Jai was right. But Jai was right. You were right about Dany the entire time. Daenerys wasn't shit. She is a powerful motherfucker, but she was not this savior that everyone had made her out to be. No. She's just petty. Oh, just Braun's gonna get some melted.
Give Braun his goddamn castle. Give him Castle Rock or whatever the fuck it was.
I
know Tyrion promised him something.
I was about to say, like, Tyrion's still alive. All the rest of the Lannisters are dead.
Yeah, so theoretically, there's really
Tyrion
no reason.
Tyrion can hand it over to Bronn because, like, hey, here's the debt. Please don't kill me.
Well, but that's the thing.
I'd like to stay alive. I'm going to live till I'm 80.
There's no reason for Bronn to kill him anymore.
Well, there isn't. But no, he still owes them. Last episode, not the last. What was it? Was the last episode where he showed up with the crossbow?
Yeah, episode 2.
Oh, that was episode 2. I totally forgot. If
that
was episode
like, hi, I'm gonna smoke the both of you motherfuckers. I hope Dany dies. I hope she does. In the Jitopia you deserve, this is what's gonna happen. She would sit here and she'd run her mouth and she'd like, you have betrayed me for the last time, Jon Snow, and he's gonna tell her to set that motherfucker on fire, and Jon's gonna be like this. No. And Drogon's going to stop in his tracks, and he's going to eat that bitch.
Right there. Ryan Tanaka, I think, he's brought up a salient point right there. Poor Gendry, man. He gets some ass. Hey. He thinks he's going to marry Arya. Nah, he's by himself. He got out beaten off in Storm's End.
He should have hit it harder. Arya would have stayed home.
Arya wants to die. Arya wants to. She's an assassin for life. She wants to die. She wants to die. There was another comment here. Let me see. If you believe Dany is evil, Sansa should die too. Oh,
Sansa's too stupid to die. Sansa's been. You know what Sansa is? Sansa is Walter White. She's the dumbest smart person on the show.
So what you're saying? She has intelligence, but she don't have no common sense.
None. Like
that's true. I wouldn't be picking a fight with a lady with a dragon.
Arya married to the game.
Arya married to the game. That's right.
Raw fucking bow.
She's married to the game. No, she ain't settled down no man. She's married to killing people. That's what she wants to do. But it was kind of hard to kill a building.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I gotta give props to the cinematography on that episode. That was like the Clegane Bowl, like was tied into like Arya's running. Every time she got tossed to the side, we jumped right. That jump cuts to like them, and the jump cuts were like bronze on the ground, and you see freaking Arya getting trampled. It was fucking amazing.
It was a beautiful episode to watch.
Ryan Tanaka says, well, in that case, that would make Jon Jesse Pinkman.
Pretty much. He's gonna live, but he's gonna be crying, riding off on that white horse that Arya has. His way back to
man. Dude, like I was telling you on the phone earlier, that freaking when Arya gets on that bloody pale horse, I'm like, death is coming. Death is coming. I was like, oh, death rode a pale horse. And you see that pale horse, blood covering its legs. I'm like, if that's not death coming for Danny or ever, whoever she wants to kill is gonna die because that's a mad young lady.
And right now, she's still processing everything. She saw everything firsthand. She saw Cersei. Well, she didn't see Cersei, but
no, she didn't see Cersei.
She saw the Hound walk away from her. She saw the Hound show whatever bit of empathy or care he had for her, get her to give up her quest for vengeance.
Right. Thank you. I was just about to say that was so freaking.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was him. Like, do you want to be like me? Do you want to turn into me? Look at me. This is what you become.
This is a lifetime.
And you see that sobering look on Arya's face, like,
oh shit.
I feel like she's always, obviously in previous seasons they've always been kind of like paired up. Like she kind of admires him for his fucking I don't give a fuckness.
Yes, which is why everybody loves the Hound. Actually, that's why I love him. That's the homie for life.
Yeah. Did Varys try to poison Dany? I don't recall. Your recall might be a little better than mine.
I don't think he was. I know he was sending off a lot of letters to people about Jon Snow's true lineage.
Yeah, I feel that's going to come back to... That chicken's going to come home to the next episode when you see a whole bunch of hosts of people coming like...
And that's the thing. Here's what Dany can't do. I hate that bitch.
I know
she can't do. She can't rule anything. Like, literally, she can't rule Winterfell. Because the only thing, one, Sansa's there, and Sansa's like that Justin Bieber song, My Mama Don't Like You, and she likes everyone. Sansa don't like that bitch. No. Two, so what can she do? She's gonna burn Winterfell to the ground like she did King's Landing?
That's not gonna ingratiate her with anybody.
She can't go to where the wildlings are because they don't like her either. So what's she gonna do? Burn all of the woods? The only people that she has are the slaves.
She might have gone crazy, man.
But Varys has already sent out word to everybody as to who.
No, yeah, she can't rule it. I mean, she obviously can't rule. Oh, he was trying to get the girl to poison her, and she said Dany isn't eating her food. Oh, right. Okay, I missed that. Thank you, sharp-eyed viewers. You guys are a little sharper than I am. She can go back to Essos.
That's the only place she can call home.
Yeah, everyone there loves her. She got dragons. She's powerful. They will friggin'. What happened to all of season 7 foreshadowing Jon and Dany having a child? I don't think she can give birth. I could have sworn after the whole losing the baby after she lost after that freaking the Dothraki witch freaking used her baby to try to revive Khal Drogo but not revive him. Mm-hmm. I think that might have. I'm no scientist, nor I am a doctor. Well, I've been called a doctor before, but I am not a doctor. Yeah, I don't think she can have a child, even if Jon's super sperm got in her. Yeah, no. I think the only one who was pregos was Cersei, and that went under the Red Keep.
What you gonna do, brother, when the walls of King's Landing fall down on you?
Yeah, it's crazy, But show contributor Daniel Wong, he sent me a whole awesome thing from I believe it was Reddit or something where. Everyone's forgetting. Everyone was like, "Oh, the Night King was bad." No, humans are worse. Yeah. The majority of the bad shit that has happened in all of these 8 seasons have been humans.
Pretty much, and all because everybody thinks that they can run the 7 kingdoms better than everybody else, which is chaos is a ladder. Yeah, and that's what it is. Everybody's trying to sit at the top of that ladder. Only problem it's like a cartoon, like the Bugs Bunny ladders, where you got your ladder, but the side of the ladders fell off. So Tom's sitting here trying to stay balanced on that shit. That's what everybody's trying to do. But you got 6 other people trying to climb that ladder at the same time.
Yeah, it's just I think of course it's George R. R. Martin. Everything, even though those two the 2 nerds that come on at the end of the show during the behind the scenes, those are the guys who are writing all this. It's still all coming from George R. R. Martin, who is the world's biggest troll. Yeah. The guy is trolling us so hard, he still won't release those last fucking books.
Remember, he wrote 2016, that year that killed all of our favorite fucking celebrities too. So,
yeah, that guy, there's no way. I mean, this is his design. I feel like they did go to him and hey, how do we end this? And I think he said, oh yeah, they're going where I was going. They're not going to I guess maybe not the exact steps, but
the destination is the same.
The destination's the same. Yeah. It's I'm sure all this of Dany freaking bringing fire and brimstone, burning everything down. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen when we get to book 7, when that comes out in 2045.
It'll be that and the Final Fantasy VII remake that'll be released in the same year.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because I wrote that down right here. I'm not sure if you saw that I wrote that down, but I know I wanted to talk to you about that before the end of the show. Yeah, I was like, oh, Daniel Long says right here, he gave them the Cliff Notes. They used them. I mean, they have. I remember years ago they told, like, you know, because they got past the books. Like, oh yeah, they got the ending from it. And he's like, he only told those two nerds at the end, and I'm sure maybe some shitty HBO executive probably also listened in on that. But you know, the guys who were in charge of it know where we're gonna go. Yeah, because there's all these people going, oh, the book, he's gonna fix it in the books. He's gonna fix it. It'll be better in the books. I'm like, man, I hope you. I don't know if I can eat that much disappointment.
What do you say? You can hope in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first.
Exactly.
Hope is what you do when, how did dude from the Matrix say it? The quintessential human delusion. You're sitting here and your fan fiction didn't work out. All your shipping didn't work out. No, it's going to be Arya and Ghost is going to come back. Man, that dog said, fuck all y'all motherfuckers and left. Tormund is not going to fucking end up with Brienne.
No.
I'm sorry.
I know. Yeah. It's funny because in season 3, you see him come out at first, and he's not funny at all. Yeah. And now he's like the funniest motherfucker.
Dude, he's that guy, he's that frat boy who doesn't get on your nerves. That's who Tormund is. That's who Tormund is.
He is so awesome. I'm so sad that like I'm guessing we don't see him again because I was like, there's no reason to go back. There's no time. There's no time. But for whatever reason, they decided to do 4 mini movies in 2 episodes instead of 10 episodes. I don't know why. Yeah, Giant's milk. Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I killed a giant and I got in bed with his wife.
She nursed me for 10 months.
Giant's milk.
I don't know why somebody hasn't hopped on that bandwagon. Like
I've seen my friend Shannon from Minnesota. She posted so many amazing freaking memes.
Oh, the internet is undefeated. I saw most of them.
Just like, you just see it like Giant's milk. I love people think it's gonna make them feel better. Like it's his. This is his vision.
That man hates people. He's gonna make you feel better. That's like trading cancer for AIDS, dude. What the fuck is wrong with
this guy loves to torment people. I haven't read any of his other work, but I imagine this guy is a troll,
man. He went from Joffrey to Ramsay, and you think he's gonna fucking make you feel better? Cheers to that, you dumb sons of bitches.
Brienne and Tyrion are gonna rule everything. Dude, even that, like, I would love that just for the pure comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Smartest guy and toughest lady.
Yeah.
Ruling everything. Brienne Tarth.
This is what happens. It's gonna be Tyrion and Sansa would be the happy ending. Yeah. Not the mega happy ending, but that would be the happy ending. They would get married. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, Tyrion would go and have his horse because Sansa's not going to Pound Town with that guy. No,
she made that very clear. After I just saw their wedding.
Yeah, friends.
Fuck Joffrey. Fuck Joffrey. I just saw that wedding, and she's like, oh, I will wait until you allow me to enter the bed with you. What if I say never? And now my watch begins. Yeah. I was like, I fucking popped so hard. I'm like, fuck that. I don't know if that went over my head. The first time I watched it, I'm like, that was such a fucking great response. Yeah. Like, and now my watch begins, and he fucking drinks the freaking. Oh man. Sansa will go Dark Phoenix on everyone. Honestly, you know, that's all I see now. Whenever they go to Sansa now, like, all I see is just, it's the Phoenix trailer. Yeah, she's fucking Jean Grey now. Instead of the other way around where I watch the Dark Phoenix, what the fuck is Sansa doing?
I'm not sold on that movie. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is Sansa doing?
What was the second X-Men movie? The one that they tried to make Avatar out of, but it was Magneto this time instead of Aang? Yeah, that movie sucked balls and, like, ruined me on X-Men movies.
Which one? Are you talking about, like, the first run or the recent ones?
The recent ones. Not Days of Future Past. The good one.
That one was good. Yeah. Are you talking about a Tupacalypse?
Yeah, that one.
The 90s X-Men?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Where Olivia Munn said like 3 words, as like she was trying to be a hot-ass Psylocke, but nah.
Olivia Munn just treat her like a fucking chick in a 90s rap video, put the camera on her ass, and follow her around. She didn't even need to do anything.
Yeah, that movie was like I thankful I saw that movie in the $2 theater.
I bootlegged it and I felt bad for using the electricity.
Oh yeah, that wasn't good. That gave me no hope. I love Days of Future Past. That was awesome.
Oh, God.
Fassbender's a boss, but
Yeah.
nah.
Hot garbage.
Yeah, this Dark Phoenix movie is going to be, that might be a bargain theater viewing as well. I'm shocked it's going to get released. Pete and I have talked about that very much. Like, we were surprised that that didn't just go straight to Hulu. That New Mutants movie that was supposed to come out, that most likely, I mean, Pete's wrong with theory. It's going to go straight to Hulu because
Fox.
Disney owns 66% of Hulu. Just put all this shit there.
Oh, that's true.
The shit that can't go on Disney Plus, throw it on Hulu. Fuck them all.
Hey, shit, I got a $1 a month subscription. I'm cool. I can deal with the commercials.
Yeah. Oh, but my lady, I guess if you have Spotify, you also get Hulu. So yeah.
Oh shit, awesome.
Man, there's a fucked up show on Hulu that you gotta watch called The Act. It's so fucked up. You're gonna come back, you're gonna slap me across the face, but then you know it's good. But you're still gonna slap me across the face because you'd be like, Dre, that was fucked up. It was good. Bah, motherfucker.
That's a good enough reason. Wait, I get to finally slap you back for all those years ago. Dude, I'm gonna watch this.
You told me to slap you.
You said I could slap you. So when I watch the show, I'm just gonna put a post be like, I watched The Act. You know what's coming.
They're gonna come down here on a Monday and slap me live on Facebook.
What are the 5 fingers?
Say to the face. Ah! Ah! I was kidding. Damn you, Charlie Muffin. So I would be remiss. So we'll take that a little bit. The Act is humans at its most terrible. Yeah, you see, if Game of Thrones is fantasy humans at their most terrible, The Act is based on a true story humans at their most terrible. Yeah, every time I would see it based on a true story would come up on the screen, I would shudder.
Ugh.
And after we watched the show, me and Rosa we Googled that shit. And then the truth was actually much worse than the fiction. The truth was actually far worse. And that show was already fucked up. If you want to feel bad about yourself, go watch The Act on Hulu. You're like, Do you want to watch the next episode? Yes. And thankfully, they went old school. They only released that motherfucker one at a time, one a week.
Oh, so you can't binge it?
Yeah, well, now you can binge it. Well, you can binge it now. But when Rosa, her hairdresser told her about it, and we started watching it, and it was like, what the fuck are we watching? Because it's Tarantino's, it hops back and forth.
Ah, gotcha.
It shows you like stuff happened in the present and the past, and it goes back and forth, and you're like, whoa, this is some fucked up shit.
Good enough for me. I'm gonna give it a try.
All right,
and
so
not just so I can slap you.
The Act is nuts. Yes, The Act is nuts. It's fucked up. It's just all sorts of It's a fucked up show. It gave me shudders, man. I don't like it. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I think you'll dig it, and then you might come like, well, you may not slap me, but you might slap me because you fucked up. You're just gonna take advantage and slap me.
I'm gonna shake the shit out of you at the very least. What to make me watch this shit for?
All right, but again, so we're gonna jump into some video game talk here. I'm sorry, I'm glad we had a high of viewers there. We had like 16 viewers. Thank you everyone who stuck around, everyone who jumped in and watched. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna talk some video games here. So last week we got the Final Fantasy VII remake trailer. Finally, I guess we're gonna get the. I'm assuming we're gonna get all the information at the Electronic Entertainment Expo next month. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII remake, and then people were messaging me like, "Hey Trey, what did you think?" I'm like, I could care less. Just like sitting here about a year ago, where me and Sam Zia were arguing about it because he's super excited. I am not. And now after seeing this new trailer, where it's basically just going to be Final Fantasy 15 with a beautiful coat of Final Fantasy 7 plastered over it, and in episode form, I believe. I don't know if we have the exact confirmation. That's what we've been hearing through the video game rumor grapevine, but it's going to be an episodic game, so maybe one disc, maybe a disc each time. Maybe the first or second episode will end with everyone's favorite thing that the internet has just been like, hey, there's probably a whole generation that's never seen this. Why are you telling everyone about this, Kotaku?
Spoiler alert: Eris dies, motherfuckers.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be weird because now they're gonna have voices.
Limitations has expired.
Yeah, the statue of limitations. Yeah, Eris dies. It's funny because like they had an article where they show the original polygons, and you just see like all the Saddle polygons, which was like state of the art in 1997. But now we're in 2019, so it just looks silly.
Yeah,
you just see polygon.
Hey man, that shit was real. With his glove hands,
it looks all fucked up.
His Popeye arms and his super fists.
It just is like, it looks ridiculous. So I can't imagine how, I mean, it's going to be basically a playable Advent Children. That's what it seems like, because all the voice actors are the Advent Children voice actors, from my understanding. So, and it's just Final Fantasy 13, so it's going to be all action Kingdom Heartsy.
Which, and I'm okay with that if they change the way that.
Does that mean like there's going to be no
materia?
No materia.
No, they can't fuck up the materia system.
Then there's going to be no ruby weapon. There's going to be no, if it's going to be an active time, or not even active time, it's going to be Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
you can't do what you call it, Emerald weapon or ruby weapon.
No, fuck no. You have to change the whole, and that's the thing. You can't just change. If you change the fight system, you have to change the way that the enemies.
The entire game is going to be completely changed. Which, on one hand, for me, would be good, because I remember I tried to replay Final Fantasy VII, and I'm just like, how are we okay with this?
Because it was new. Actually, it wasn't new. It was we've been playing.
It was different.
Shiny.
I know, but it was different in that, like, in the old games, you never had a restriction on how many times you could cast a fucking spell.
Yeah, that's also true.
I see. Ryan Sonic says, I never got a chance to play 7. I guess I feel like this version will probably be better. I hope it. You know what? Honestly, it has no choice but to be better, because it was weird that was the game that got a lot of people to get into JRPGs.
That was the game that got a lot of people into video games as a whole.
Period. Because it was the first that was like the first cinematic game, because you had all those full motion videos that looked great, and then you went back to Polygon Land.
Yeah.
the Isle of Blocks.
You know, you'll be able to enjoy it. You'll be able to appreciate it. And the best part is that you won't have to look at it and compare it to something that you played 22 years ago.
Exactly, because that's all I would be doing. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to play it.
Because he's not playing it. I'm going to get it. Okay,
when they release the Game of the Year or the Complete Edition, a year and a half later, when all the episodes are on one disc, or you buy the one disc that'll download all the episodes.
Yeah, no.
Onto them.
Kiss my ass. I'm buying everything all at once. I'm old.
I don't know if the Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, or Royale with Cheese Edition.
And I feel hosed because I realized that I should have just fucking waited. Now I wait. Like, I'm still waiting for Tomb Raider to come out on PlayStation 4 so I can get that and all of the DLC.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider or whatever, yeah.
I like that game. That's a great game. But with Final Fantasy VII, yes, you'll be able to appreciate it. You won't be comparing it. And with as many times I've played through Final Fantasy VII, I've put at least 700 hours into that game. Cumulatively. I mispronounced, but anyway. But because of that, every step of the way, I'm going to be comparing it to what I played back in 1997. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go back to, is this just a shiny version of Bahamut Zero? Is this just a shiny version of Supernova?
Are we going to have the summons?
Yeah.
Did they show that? I mean, I only watched trailer once.
Well, they haven't showed any summons yet, which is smart.
I half-heartedly only cared. Because that was the biggest thing. Well, that was one of the biggest things. Because Final Fantasy 6...
selling point.
The 4, 5, and 6 all had summons, but they were just like they'd come, like, the enemies are here, it would just come in, blah, go away.
Here's a special particle effect, and it would just...
Here's Ramuth.
But now, you have
Shiva,
something...
ice, Ifrit, fire.
And what are they going to do? Do it like with Kingdom Hearts, where it's like, or Final Fantasy X, where you would summon it and it would fight alongside you? That's not going to be the same.
I feel like it'd be more like Kingdom Hearts, where like it would just like kind of come in and just fuck up the battlefield or something.
And if they do that, then fine. That's essentially going to put a shiny coat, slap a shiny coat on Knights of the Round. I'm good with that. But at the same time...
See, now with the advent of YouTube, when that game comes out, I'll just YouTube all those stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see how Knights looks. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, Bahamut Zero. Honestly, I liked Bahamut Zero better than Knights of the Round. Knights of the Round did like 1 million damage, but there was something purely satisfying
about bombing your ass to the Stone Age from space.
From space is like... Let's say the microphone is the Earth, and all of a sudden you see this giant bomb right here, and you just see this beam of like death. That was much more satisfying than like I'm gonna go get a sandwich while Knights of the Round takes his time to like, here's another night, and there's another night, and there's another one, and here comes 2 at the same time, and at the very end we got King Arthur, and he just puts the sword, thunk. And he nuts all over you. I'm sure the HD version of that will be pretty. I feel like they'd have to. You will just be able to play all the Final Fantasy VII Remake in 2035. Yeah, exactly.
I'm
right.
not waiting that long. And that's why, and that's the thing, like, Square needs to understand that this game literally has to be the best game ever made. Like, it has to have all the weight of Final Fantasy VII, Street Fighter 2, Metal Gear Solid, Zelda Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, Tomb Raider, NFL 2K. It has to literally carry the weight of all those games in one fucking game. And it still has to be able to change the genre, push it forward, and say, hey, people who don't play video games, here's why you should play video games. My chick who fucking doesn't play video games, she needs to be like, ooh, that looks fun and sparkly. That's what Final Fantasy VII needs to do again, and it's not. It can't.
In 2 years, they've showed footage, the boss 2. Yeah, see.
Yeah, the Scorpion tank. Yeah. When E3 comes around, this is what they're going to need to do. They need to do two things. They need to give you a tentative release date,
and they
need to give you a demo. That's what they do. Nintendo came out last year, was like, hey, motherfuckers, here's some new shit. Oh, and by the way, Fortnite's out. What? I downloaded Fortnite immediately.
Yeah. I tried it, and I was like, okay, it's not for me.
It's not for me, but my son, he stopped playing finally.
What? Hold the phone. Yeah. Noah finally stopped playing. He stopped playing. To quote you, fucking away every dollar into that game?
Several months ago, he finally, he was like, yeah, it's not fun anymore. I was like, my wallet was like, thank you.
Having to buy V-Bucks all the goddamn time so you can buy a new dance or buy a goddamn freaking shirt.
Fucking shirt, dude. It's like,
I never understood that. I've been waiting for that bubble to pop.
It's still going strong.
Oh, I'm sure there's still people out there, but it's strong. Like that company bought the company that makes Rocket League.
Oh wow!
So I imagine at some point we're going to see Fortnite X Rocket League, where it's either going to be Fortnite content in Rocket League or Rocket League content in
100 cars in Rocket League. Bitches, you heard it here first.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be something like that, where it's going to be like, oh, all of a sudden there's going to be cars on that stupid Fortnite island. And it's all gonna be like rock. You can. Oh, last 8 players. You all have to play Rocket League now. What? Yeah. But my guns! No! And then that's how they fuck it up.
I'm going back to Rage.
Yeah, or this Apex. Yeah, we keep getting all these games at my job. I work for a game distributor, and I keep seeing all this stuff, and it's like, I don't want to play this new stuff. I keep looking at the GameCube, PS2, and Xbox OG games. I want to play those.
Dude, I look at my Switch and I'm like, I have games out for it. I mean, fuck, my backlog goes back to the NES, but I don't have a desire to, one, play new stuff, and two, play new stuff that's not on the Switch. Like, God of War is easily one of the best games that I've ever played. And because I can't take
God of Dad or Dad of...
Dad of War, God of Boy.
Dad of Boy. As Lamar Harris calls it, Dad of Boy.
Yeah, it's Boy.
Boy.
But as a father, yeah, you're just like, oh my God, Kratos, I understand your pain, dude, just so much. I'd never laugh. Did you just laugh? I never laugh. You just laughed. No, quiet. It's
Boy.
It's all the growing pains, and Noah's just as old as Atreus is, so I'm just like, oh my God, I can feel Kratos' pain so fucking much.
But yeah, but it's like that. There's only like a handful of modern games that I'm like, oh, I would like to play that if I had time.
Bloodstained comes out next month, and I'm going to be getting that.
I supported the Kickstarter, so that's going to show up at some point for me. I think I have a Switch coming. I think I have a Switch version coming.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown comes out next month, and I'm like, ooh, it looks so pretty. And I want it, but then they're like going to do like how they did with Dragon Ball FighterZ and bring out
season. Is it going to be a season where you have to buy all the fighters?
No, worse. It's going to come out on the PS4 and Xbox first, and then later in the year for the Switch and PC. And I'm like, why not just delay the fucking game so that I can have it with me when I want all the fucking time instead of me having to piecemeal this shit. Like,
yeah, it's weird because my boss keeps telling me from like the selling side, Switch does software wise, Switch does very well. That's why you see some games come out for PS4 and Switch and not on Xbox One. Yeah, it's really crazy because it's like the install base is like it's really big.
Having to take your game, a AAA game on the go, dude.
I know on certain games it's not the same. Like Mortal Kombat 11. Well, Mortal Kombat 11 was a fucking disaster, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, but my inside information: Day 2, places were already dropping it down to like $59.99 or $49.99.
Oh shit.
And my boss is like, yeah, if your game is having to go on sale on day 2, that's a problem. Like we're like my boss, we're not carrying it. We're not carrying Mortal Kombat 11. We're waiting until that motherfucker goes down even lower in price.
Damn.
Like my boss will be cold like that. He's like, oh no, we're not taking the bath on that.
Yeah, no shit.
Because like you buy it now at an X price, and it's gonna be like freaking half of that in a couple of months. My boss is like, I'll just wait till it's half of that and buy it then.
Yeah, well, but the last 2, maybe 3 Mortal Kombat games have gone that exact same route, which is weird.
No, but this one is like, it was like literally day 2, and there's a lot of negativity out there because of the microtransactions. Because if you want the classic skins, if you want Johnny Cage to look like old school Johnny Cage or Sub-Zero to look like old school Sub-Zero, you have to like pay money.
Yeah,
for it.
no.
You have to pay for it. You can't just unlock it.
Microtransactions out of my game and just let me unlock.
I thought everyone would have already learned after the debacle of Star Wars Battlefront 2, but apparently not.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we just package it like this, it's like, no, you can't put shit in a different box and expect me to be like, oh, that doesn't smell like shit. I'll take 2. No, it doesn't fucking work that way.
It's funny, like right now I've been organizing all the Xbox One games at work, and it's just like I trip out. Like I was like, I saw the Crew Hot Rod Edition, the Crew Ultimate Edition, the Crew 2, the Crew 2 Gold, and I'm like, fuck, man. Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch. Yeah, apparently it's not as good. Like the gameplay of the actual game is fine, but everything else, I guess there's some sort of like third person, like God of War-ish kind of like mode in the game. It's not as good. Like you compare the two, like the PS4 and then the Switch. It's like, oh, all of a sudden you have like N64 era fog.
Whoa.
You know,
well,
like,
I mean,
we're
the
like
Switch
we were
is
walking up,
full of a system,
yeah,
so that's to be expected.
Yeah, like,
no, the fatalities are not toned down. It is a Mortal Kombat game. Do not disillusion yourself.
No, even on the Switch, no, there's still the full crazy hands on head.
You can watch. Oh my God! Have you seen Chronica's fatality? That bitch got. You think Daenerys Targaryen is crazy? That bitch control time. Okay, her fatality. She literally does this. She goes. Blah blah. Gets her Doctor Strange on, and then she goes waka. Throws her hands apart, and your body is ripped in half by the waist. And then she goes whoop, and she fixes you. And then she goes waka, and then she bisects you. And then she goes whoop, and she fixes you. And then she goes waka, and then she literally just flays you, and all the skin just goes whoosh, and you see it like surrounding your body, and you see all the muscle tissue, and the whole time your guy's just like and then she goes whoop, and she fixes you, and she just keeps repeating that shit ad nauseum. I was like, that is the most fucked up fatality I've ever seen. And you know, it's Mortal Kombat. They make a point to go out of their way to fuck with you, but no, fuck with the bitch who controls time. Yeah, no, that is a bad idea.
Yeah, the only the only Mortal Kombat I've watched is just whatever is showing up on the Up Up Down Down channel. I watch Xavier Woods or whatever you want to call him, whatever he calls himself, his real name.
The guy who's Pike Page. He will always be that guy to me.
He's a man with a wife and a child, sir. Sir, he did that when he was a single man.
Oh, okay.
And that was from a long time ago, apparently. Before he became a settled down man with a channel with 2 million viewers or 2 million subscribers. Hats
off to you, dude. Take Page to Pound Town.
He did. Him and that Brad Maddox dude. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that kind of ties in. Yes, I keep talking about how I want to play older games. So at some point, one of these Saturdays, not June 1st though, one of these Saturdays or Sundays coming up, we're going to start up the gaming show on the weekend. TBA, title TBA or TBD to be determined. I'm still trying to come up with a better name than just Gaming with Dre.
Yeah, we could workshop it.
There's all kinds of so I'm going to bring all my old school systems here. Thanks to my boss, I discovered these amazing cables that freaking take your PS2 and original Xbox and
I remember you telling me about those.
Jump them up to HDMI, and like it's freaking intense. I was playing I plugged in Burnout 3 and I couldn't believe it looked like close to this does not look like a PS2 game. This looks really good. This cannot look this good. It was insane.
It makes me wish there was something like that for PS3, or as far as like playing old games.
Yeah, playing old games. Well, that's the thing with you can play your PS1 games on your PS2.
I do, which I have my PS3.
And I still have a functioning PS2. I had to take I'd take my original Xbox in to get the little rubber band cleaned.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to keep doing that. I had to hit the top of it to make the lid open up.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But Yes, the gaming show is coming at some point soon. I had people reaching out to me. I had people reaching out to me today asking, "Oh, when's the gaming show coming up?" I already have volunteers coming up to want to come on and just come on. And I'm sure Mr. Potter here, if he's not busy being a dad, will come on down and join us for our gaming show. So, as always, you can catch us here every Monday night. Sometimes we'll have awesome guests like Mr. Polidor here. Usually Pete Molini, who's busy at work over there on his computer.
He's doing grown folk stuff.
He's doing grown folk stuff. He has a comic book coming out. We have a comic book expo coming up in a couple of weeks. The East Los Angeles Comic Book and Art Pulp Culture Expo coming up June 1st, East LA, El Gallo Plaza. Free admission. It's awesome. If you want to hear more about it, follow at East LA Cape on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Follow on all social medias if you want more information about the East Los Angeles Comic Book Art and Pop Culture Expo. I'll be talking about it every week here and on our Wednesday night show where myself and Pete Molini, the host of the Wednesday night show, the Multiverse Comic Show, we talk about comics every Wednesday night, 8:30 Pacific time. And at some point, yes, gaming videos will be returning promptly soon. Yeah, I had to go buy a car this past weekend, so yeah. Been a busy man.
Got grown-up shit to do.
Grown-up shit. Yeah, grown-up shit always gets in the way of all the fun stuff. But you can follow me at DreGP Podcast on Twitter. You can follow Jai at Jairazard. It's like Charizard, but with Jai at the front.
I'm on Twitter and that Instagram thing where you can find all the dankest of memes, and at least the ones that Facebook won't let me post.
Yeah. When he has been in Facebook jail several times. I don't know how you do it, but you get your ass thrown in Facebook jail.
PC Master Race. Whoops, that one didn't work.
Whoops. Pete Molini, you can follow him at Nostalgic Books. We always do the shows here at his awesome comic shop. Catch us. Follow us. Give us a like. Follow. We're if you want to listen to this in your car, we're available on SoundCloud. We're available on Apple iTunes. We're available on Stitcher, and we're also now available on what did I say? Spotify. We're on that as available. We're on that as well. If you want to hear this in your car, you don't have time to sit and watch a Facebook video, but you have time to listen to the podcast. Listen to the audio version. That's why I have a mic here the entire time. Also available occasionally on Twitch when it's working, and it kind of disagreed with me today, so whatever. Patreon will be set up soon. If you want to contribute $1 a month to help fund this madness, to help me pay for all the podcast fees that happen every year, or help me buy new equipment, Patreon is being set up. Hopefully today. I'm going to set up tonight, and I'm basically just for now I'll just have $1 tier. I don't expect any more. I don't expect people to contribute any more than that, but I'll set up some rewards. Like I was toying around, like if you donate, $10 a month, I'll send you a sketch every month with my broken hand, this broken BS hand. I'll send you some half-drawn drawings.
I don't tell you that is drawings.
No, but right on my thumb, it doesn't work. Look, I'm telling them to do the same thing. Look, the other thumb won't do it.
Put some icy hot on it, you'll be alright. Put some Robitussin on it, you'll be okay.
Put some CBD oil on it.
Apparently that's like the cure for everything.
Bro, you don't even know. That stuff can raise a freaking mountain. I bet that's what that creepy freaking maester did. He put that shit on the mountain to get him to come from the dead. He covered him in CBD oil. That's why it looked like shit. Yeah, my thumb. I can only get it to bend it if I manually move it.
You should
I was drawing on Free Comic Book Day. It was really hard.
Yeah, you should.
I could only pencil. That's why I had to hire
the inker.
I had the little girl who inked all my drawings for me, because inking, penciling is not bad. I'm just using my elbow at this point now.
Yeah.
But yeah, inking, that requires a lot of precision, and right now I can't get that precision out of this damn thumb. Look, I can't bend it. It won't bend. It won't bend. For podcast listeners, yeah, I know that was bad audio, but whatever. Patreon will be set up soon. I'll figure out the reward tiers. If you want to give us $1 a month, your dollar contributions will help keep this show going. It'll help me buy equipment. It will help me buy stuff.
You can help this man for pennies on the dollar. You can help this man project his face across the globe on a weekly basis.
It helps.
Why would you not want to make that happen?
I can buy
selfish sons of bitches.
I can buy some new cables, because these are all frayed to keep the cell phones that broadcast this show running. I can upgrade my laptop. I can get some proper streaming equipment.
Yeah.
Your tax deductible donations. Are they tax deductible? I don't know. I just remember they'd always say that kind of shit.
And we can even afford to have what is that? Sarah McLachlan's
Arms of the Angels playing in the background as we beg weekly for you to donate to Patreon.
Help us. Help you. Thank you.
In the arms of the angel.
We can't go more than 5 seconds or else SoundCloud will fuck my ass. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This has been Dre's Geek Philosophy. We will see you guys next time. Have yourselves a good night.